on the way.
Right, on Saturday, we're looking for a few showers. Again, as I mentioned, it won't be a complete washout, I think, for most people, but especially if you happen to be closer to the coast, there will be a little higher chance for rain on Saturday, maybe a slight chance into Sunday, too. So weekend plans, I know everyone's kind of thinking about that at this point. Hopefully we're not too focused on what's going on right now, but if you are, we have beautiful weather for that. 73 in New Orleans right now, north of the lake and south of the lake in the 70s. Just a beautiful day. We've had kind of cool days lately with highs in the 60s. Then yesterday we touched 70 degrees. Today we'll be in the middle 70s, I think, as we get into this afternoon. So just a little bit warmer. That high pressure that I showed you earlier shifting slightly off to the east. And tonight we'll be turning cool, but you can see these temperatures are not quite as chilly as what we've been dealing with. South of the lake in New Orleans, we may be in the upper 50s. North of the lake, we may be in the upper 40s for tonight with clear skies and those winds pretty light from the east. Here are our forecast lows, so no real 40s expected farther south of the lake, especially near the coast, although we could start tomorrow morning on your Thursday in the 40s north of the lake. As we get into this weekend, here's how it's looking right now. Saturday, there's about a 30–40% chance for a few spotty to scattered showers, maybe a couple of downpours here and there along the coast. Highs in the 70s with more clouds and a little higher humidity. And Sunday, highs may be back to about 80 degrees, and there will be a slight chance for a shower or two on Sunday. So kind of the big picture, the Q&A, scattered showers mainly in the afternoon into early evening on Saturday. The rain amounts, it looks like, are really going to vary whether you're farther to the north or right along the coast. Could be anywhere near a ½ inch or less farther north to maybe 2 or 3 inches for our extreme coastal spots. And we're not looking for severe weather. This is just a little low pressure area that's going to hover near our coastline, and with some added moisture, we could see our rain totals up to maybe a ½ inch to an inch for most of our North Shore and New Orleans metro area spots. But you can see models are indicating, this is the GFS, a little bit higher rain totals, maybe 2 to 3 or so along the coast. This is the European forecast showing about a ½ inch to maybe 1 inch on the higher end for the metro area and north. And then farther south, maybe about 2 or so inches. So I would plan for that on Saturday, some of that scattered to spotty rain. As we look at the tropics, of course, we are still tracking Eta. So it was a Category 4 storm, maximum sustained winds 150 miles per hour a little while ago. But now that it's inland over really the coast of, or border between Honduras and Nicaragua at this point, its winds have weakened substantially. So as we were talking about yesterday, over this mountainous terrain, unfortunately, it's bringing a lot of rain to this part of Central America. But a lot of the rain is now a bit more displaced farther out from the center, and its winds have decreased. It has caused a decrease in the wind speed. So it looks like in the next day or so, it will probably continue to move north, eventually maybe toward Belize and Yucatan, and then reemerge this weekend in the Northwest Caribbean Sea. Then it's a little bit uncertain after that, but it looks like it might become potentially this weekend a tropical storm once again after probably falling apart, and then making it toward Cuba, Florida, maybe Bahamas, maybe extreme southeastern Gulf of Mexico. But this could be its potential position early next week. So this would be its Monday potential spot. So as we've been saying, we're watching Eta for maybe some interaction in the southeast Gulf of Mexico eventually, but as we've been saying, it's going to be a long time. So just to give you one model idea, I want to stress this is just one. This is the GFS, just to give you an idea. It brings it all the way out here toward Cuba and really toward the Bahamas Monday, brings it back toward the Gulf as it looks like it'll be rounding a little trough here. And then there's this midweek cool front that we're going to have to watch. So at this point, the GFS and the Euro keep it east of our part of the Gulf Coast. This will be something that we are watching as we get into next week. So this is a long way out before it even gets toward, it looks like, the southeastern Gulf of Mexico. And note, these models are not bringing it toward us just yet, eventually kind of into the eastern Gulf. But this is way too far out to really say exactly what's going to happen. So it approaches Florida and the southern Gulf next week. Long-term effects are still unclear, but we'll be watching the wind shear potential to maybe keep it somewhat weak. And we'll also be watching that midweek cold front next Wednesday into Thursday. You can see our rain chance as high as Saturday, slight chance into Sunday, and staying fairly warm and quiet into the beginning part, at least, of next week.
Yeah, not a bad end to the week.